Welcome, welcome. How's everyone tonight? We're looking at some great cars. Second quarter of 2019 is already here, and we're seeing a lot of stuff. And another good thing, interesting about Autoworld, and I wonder if this is something that's going to be we'll see in the future, maybe sometimes, but I'll get to that later. So we got Hot Wheels, Greenlight, Autoworld cars to look at today. Nice mix of little ones. I got some that I got for a good deal, and then I got some that came back, and we'll look at those too. First one on the list, part of the truck series from Walmart. They're doing this Studebaker. I don't think we looked at this, and it was another truck that I liked as part of the series. It's a little out of the ordinary, like the square body Chevy. So, and I like the tempo work on this too. Really good looking truck. This is based on a realistic truck. I think this is basically a homage to a land speed Studebaker pickup truck. I think if you look this truck up on Google, you'll see. I think it was like basically a land speed record truck or a drag race type vehicle, top speed. So it has that look and all the modifications that was done to the actual truck represented in this one. So it's a cool truck. It's actually kind of significant. I think it's basically based on something like this, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you got your bed that's been covered up. I believe that the roof been chopped for better wind, pretty sure. Obviously the grill's been modified, and so has the front bumper. So even though it's a mainline pretty much Hot Wheel, I mean, it's awesome. I love this truck. If I get a couple more of them, I have some, but not enough to start drilling them. But this would be an awesome truck with some right wheels and all that. It already sits right. It just needs a better look. But the Tampa works cool. I might even keep it and just do something. Drill out the exhaust tip, something like that. It's a cool truck. Good scale. A 1/64th truck here, K10 now. Used to be a C10. Lifted that. But that's a 1/64th. You know, these Studebaker trucks are about full-size vehicles, so pretty close. So this would fit in with an actual 1/64 set if you have some nicer stuff. So good car, definitely a good one to collect. Even got the roof or the hood vent in there. These streamlined type vehicles, a lot of that stuff was closed up, so they had to have as minimal airflow as they can get to keep the motor cool, but everything else they close out. So you'd have to go pretty fast. You know, these vehicles a lot of time wouldn't be able to handle normal traffic, especially with those big rear gears that they used. So yeah, Studebaker truck. Here we go. Cool stuff. And then I found these. These just came out. These are the two that I like the most. People are on the social media like Facebook or Instagram, stuff like that. Word spread pretty quickly about a grocery store here in the United States called Aldi's, and had these for $2.99. So people were buying whole pallets of these basically at that price. So I was able to get in on it early, got some, and got some for my customs as well. But these are the ones that are going to stay normal. I also have ones carded, and then I have ones for customs. So I was able to get a few for myself. Obviously, I think the star, I mean, really is both of them, but I'm not a huge Volkswagen guy, but this is a Jetta. You know, when I was coming up, I was always on the streets, and good, strong car, original VW type car, nice German car, and this is the first time it's been cast with Hot Wheels. I had to make sure too, and brand new casting. It's got the nice wheels on it, of course. Very good looking car, cool tempo work. This was, you know, basically headlight that was, they put this as a body kit. You can buy these here headlights like that and take out their normal one. Cool thing is, even though I think it's engraved, you could probably revert this car if you wanted to. It'd take a little work, but it would make a stock Jetta. It'd be kind of funny. Huge windows. This car is oversized, pretty much. It's a big car. If you put this next to any regular 1/64th, I mean, this thing looks like the size of like a limousine or something. So, but the body proportion by itself is good. You know, it's all, you know, windows were big on these cars back then. Taillight. You could see the Jetta done pretty good. Let me lower it down. You know, it's stanced right. You could see how the wheels are filling it out right. So, good looking. Of course, this is the original license livery on these cars. It looks really like a throwback now when you see something like this, but the car for itself, you know, as a model of this car is great, and it's, you know, very collectible. And it'll also make a cool custom, and, you know, and for all those guys out there, if you can get it on the deal, you can't get wheels cheaper than $3, really. And, you know, the cars that do survive, the cars that do survive, they'll just be more valuable. If you want to look at it that way. So I know there's probably a lot of customizers out there that, you know, it's part of the business, right? You know, if you love cars, it's all of it. It's all of it. Wing. It's got a big wing, and it does have the ditch molding up top done in black. So, all right. And then you get their metal base. This one's unpainted because unlike the RX-7 over there, they don't have to paint this. The whole body kit covers everything. 2018 Thailand base, you know. So cool car, rolls out real good, of course. So there's our Jetta, and of course we'll look real quick at the RX-7. This is supposed to be like a kind of an updated casting. I looked at my other one that I did. Let me go get it so you can see. There's like a mild custom I did like a long time ago, but this car here, I was looking at them on the top, and if you want to compare castings, I don't know if it shows up. It looked a little slightly different in the back to me, where the spoiler was. I don't know if it comes up on the camera. I don't know. The spoiler looked different, and it didn't look like a casting error. If you have a, you know, a mainline RX-7 and you buy this one, take a look, because also, and you can see I didn't bother finishing the base. I was doing this one as an experiment. That's a 17 copyright, and this one an 18 copyright. And that might just be because I had to, you know, do a Fast and Furious copyright and all this and that, but I don't know. Who knows? It does look good next to my black one. But so anyway, the other good thing about this car is, you know, if you get a couple and you get lucky, the lace wheels, they're one of the best Hot Wheels that ever done. Real rider. This is definitely going to go on a lot of my customs probably. The cool thing about this is they give you the chrome, so if you want to like do an anodized look on this, you can pick whatever color Sharpie you want, color these wheels in, and then to prevent it from wearing off with your finger, you just clear coat them, and voila, there you go. So there's a little tip for you if you don't know about it already. Car stance is awesome, and the wheels fill it out awesomely. Really, really tight lip. So that's one of the reasons that Hot Wheels are gaining my attention now, you know, more and more, just because even though the cars aren't scaled correctly, the ones that they do mold are good, and even when you strip the car, it's got everything in the right place. So when you paint it, I mean, they look dynamite. They're just good stuff. I definitely got hit by the bug more and more. My plastic kits are definitely taking a back seat for the time being. It's got a great tampo work, as you can see. Another licensed livery. This was Dom's car. This is the one that raced the Eclipse in the movie. California tag, and it's got the good, you know, it's got the RX-7 taillight on that car. Done good. Reverse lights are done, and so is the tampo. So, cool car. Really, really good car. You can see how it rolls real nice. Alright. This is the Elusive Skyline. Real quick, everybody looked at this car. Another car, great for wheels, obviously. It's got an awesome paint job. When you compare this premium car to these type of cars, I would say, just so you know, I prefer this tampo work than this. I mean, this is great. They probably can do more complex shape because the way they apply this is different, I'm thinking, but there's no getting around it. That's solid black and that's red. This one, every time they do it, it's pixelated, and everybody's been probably noticing that more and more. So it's a trade-off. Again, I'm going to bring it to my attention again because it sucks that the car is not printed correctly. If it had that kind of tampo work, this thing would look like a $20 car immediately. So, because the proportion on these cars are great. This looks like a great R32 car. I mean, it's a good looking Skyline. It's okay. But you know what? If you don't like what Hot Wheels did, the casting is good enough to do, paint it yourself. And I got a couple on the way. There's about probably 40 cars that are going to get stripped soon. So I got probably 20 of them done. And a couple of them are already starting to get paint codes started. So maybe we'll show off that more. But, head on to Instagram. Cool car. Black base. Just like the Fast and Furious one. And the tires are not smooth. They have the tread on them. And it's got those great spokes. What a cool car. Great looking car. Tampo all over the place on this thing. You can see how good it looks. So, another round of applause for Hot Wheels. Very good. Alright, so we got these out of the way. Everybody's, most famous ones. And then, so I was alluding to talking about these Autoworld cars. They have backstock. They have this mysterious backstock that's showing up. We got one release, and then we have a second release. And some of these cars are from 2014, 15. Really great. And then, they're all at the Walmart pricing. So definitely check the Walmarts. I'm sure, because they're waiting on that new 19 release with the trucks and all that nonsense. So everybody's gonna be. I'm gonna be. That's got me over the moon. I probably talked about it last time, but great stuff coming. But now I have some things to add to my collection that I don't have to pay anybody's price but Walmart. So I know I got another Cadillac that came out. And if you're unsure, if you see some hanging and you don't know, but they look different, just go to the Autoworld collector site. It tells you what each series had in it. So I knew to look again at another store, and I found the Cadillac because I knew the Cadillac was part of the release because I saw the Impala. And I was like, huh. And then I looked. Just take your phone with you. Make sure it's charged up. First car we're going to look at is 71 Dodge. It's a Dart Swinger. This is what old Al Bundy had. I think he had like a 76, but same body. So cool car though. It's in the that Moulin Rouge or whatever the hell they called this thing back then, 71. It's like basically almost like a Plymouth color, but it's on a Dodge. It's got the stripe in the back. Swinger package. This car has the rallies, Mopar rallies on it. 71 grill, which is really good looking on those cars. 71 grill is really the nicest grill of that body, probably, I would say. And you could run a good motor in this car. It's a fairly light car. Had I think it had a leaf spring rear end in it, pretty basic car. Unit construction. 340 motor, a lot of times, which would be cool. Or they would have a 318, something like that. And this was the muscle cars that you could get in 71. They were dying breed by then, as everybody knows who follows these type of vehicles. But a really cool car in a class, fast car. You can build it up, make it fast like a Nova, really. Of course, you had Dodge taillights back then, and they had that fuselage look. So this was one of the smallest cars they made. But even when you went to full-size Chrysler cars, they had that fuselage. So they had that bumper tucked up into the car and wrapped around. So the start of that stuff. Good looking car. Relatively nice size. And then I was able to find this blue 66 Impala. Nice car. Really, really good car. SS package. So we're talking big motor in this car. What's cool about this here car is you can get 4-speed in this. That would be very fun. 66. You could get like 327 in this car. Probably get a 396. I think they had that motor by then. Stuff like that. So you get 400 probably, something for. So cool car. That's a great looking car. This came a little funny. It has a cracked wheel, so it's a little loose on the axle. I'm gonna fix that. This car's gonna stay in the collection, so she'll get fixed so she's ready to roll on the shelf. White walls are done real good, nice and straight and thin. They might not have been that far out on the wheel, but I like the way it looks. That's a nice car. You got your quarter panel badge right there. Nice deep groove for the door detail. You got your quarter window there. Interior is black. You know, I'm gonna see real quick. It's a bucket seat car, not bench. So it's got the center console option. It's a pretty fairly high option car. It's got the full wheel covers on it. And you can get these pretty based out too. You can even get the car Biscayne and put a big motor in it. You didn't even have to go an SS, I mean, really. But, you know, it came with a little better stuff. You get better options. There's your little trim badge on the deck right there. You got your period correct license tags right there. Just a great car. All metal, of course, by Autoworld. Everything's metal on this car. Hood opens up. We'll open the hood in a minute. Nice deep groove chassis. Dual exhaust car. Yep. Full perimeter frame car. Does know manual transmission, so that's nice. Yep. Just a good looking. Nice full size General Motors, you know. There's your orange block. You got your black air cleaner. You got your alternator detail. Looks like on this side could have been a air conditioning, who knows. Could have been an option. Hood sits a little proud. That's alright. Tongue very small. Got a big hood gap too. So there's our blue 66 Chevrolet Impala SS. And then I found another Cadillac. And excuse the wheel, I had to flip it around. The white wall on this was slightly crooked, but if you're not rolling the car, it's not that bad. So this is the Ville, one of the first releases of this car, really. This black car with the white top. Now this is not to be confused with the one that just came out. It's a black car too, but that's got blue interior, it's got the wire wheels, all that stuff. So this is one of the first castings done of this 76 car. Another enormous car. Even by today's standards, longest as a modern Suburban, really, or Cadillac ESV. I mean, this thing was enormous, but a great car. You get in this car, you wouldn't know the world existed when you drove it. It's just that nice. This is a cool car. It's a double black car with a white top. So not a lot of double black cars, you saw back then, but there were some. And it's pretty cool. And it's got the full wheel covers. And it still has those tires that don't work too good. I mean, they're just a little too big for the wheel. But they're the right size. They had like a truck tire on these cars, really. I mean, you had like a 70, 75 series. Big tire. They had a lot of stuff going on in this vehicle. So, this looks cool. I brought the other girls out too, just to put it next to it. I love having the Cadillacs together, of course. I almost feel like getting a couple more. You probably put one down on some big wheels or something, slam it. But there's my caddies. Probably be able to build a Cadillac dealership if Autoworld keeps going like this. So, black Cadillac, 76 Coupe de Ville. Another car, automatic transmission, of course, like a turbo 400 or 350 or something like that. And then it had 500 cube in this year. All going through a huge catalytic converter and a single exhaust pipe. What a poor setup for that car. Unfortunately. Big motor. You can't, I mean, it's blue. They painted some of it blue. There's their great detail in the front. They didn't undersize the headlights or anything. I mean, they did this perfectly. That's exactly how that car looked. Of course, the scale. so a little bit can be fudged. So 76 Caddy. We've seen others, of course. And then now we're going to look at this here Ford. This is brand new to the market. This is 81 LTD Ford Crown Victoria Country Squire. 81 had the grill from the 79, so they didn't have to change that. So that first series they did with that 79 grill carried 81. So there you go. And this has a red color. So it's the first time this here red has been used on this car. And also, it's kind of got like a rose red interior. And that would denote, you know, something like the cloth. Looks like it could be that cloth look. So there you see you got a bench seat. You got your Ford 4-spoke steering wheel in there. Your column shifter. They did very good in the interior, I must admit. And you got your window trim and everything like that. The hitch was assembled a little hastily, so I gotta fix that, because when you hitch it up to the trailer it just sags. So that'll get replaced and filed down and re-glued and all that, so it's correct. And then I'll probably fix the wheels. They don't look very good. They're a little crooked, so pull those off, fix that. But other than that, the car's good. Tampo work was done right, and headlights look very nice, as you can see. So another nice little car, adds to all the wagons. I did bring some down from the shelf. So we got the Grand Marquis, and we got some more LTD cars. Just nice to see them all together. And of course I did a custom of one of these. One of my 79s out of the collection I just kind of did something with. So I did a 4x4 one. I thought that turned out pretty cool. A little spare tire on the top and all that. Yeah. So one of the customs made it to my channel, I guess. I usually put them on Instagram, but they're fun. They're really fun. This one I didn't have to do anything to, and then I have the trailer I made too for it. So yeah. So I got the blue trailer and everything. That worked kind of fun. So yeah. Anyway, I digress, of course. So there's my trailer. Alright. We got some good ones. And card art, of course. I just got to show it off on the Fast and Furious just because it is another good thing. And my buddy that got all of them, as other people have shown, you can put the cars together and makes that whole mural type deal. So it is cool. I might just get the other ones just because, but it's alright. They're going to have a lot of these. You'll be able to find them. Just keep your head up. There's the Eclipse that everybody's trying to hoard, really. And then the Jetta, of course. And there's the RX-7. Oh. RX-7 is really cool. This is the centerpiece of the mural. This is the one that goes in the center. It's the number 3 out of 5. So there is that. And of course the one that was very difficult for me, because this is a hard one to get and I like the way it looked. This is the card art for the Skyline. Looks awesome. So there we go. That, you know, everybody knows what the Autoworld boxes look like by now, I'm sure. So yeah, a lot of cars today. A lot of cars. A lot more cars to come, of course. That's a lot more cars to come. So we had the 81 Ford LTD Country Squire. We had the 76 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. We had a 1966 Chevrolet Impala SS. We had a 1971 Dodge Dart Swinger. We had the R32 Skyline GTR race car. We had the RX-7 1995. And we had the Jetta for the first time. Hot Wheel Jetta. Which is actually a cool car. It is. It's just kind of outlandish. But it was a Hollywood car, so there we go. And I must not forget, before we go, let's show the trailer off to the 81 real quick. This is what you get with the trailer. Did not want to forget that. This top does come off. I put it on before I showed the trailer just because it's hard getting the trailer back on because of the posts. But there's your detailed interior, very cool. Separate bumper. I have to drill a hole better for the jack. The jack was a little tight, so a little probably too much paint in there or something. It does have the propane tank and your steel wheel, so very cool setup. Of course, there's your little lid, so very neat, very cool. Again, thanks for watching. Till next time.